Just had to hop on here really quick because I can't get into my Twitter again. It's glitching out. I was thinking it might still send this to Twitter, but it's not. I am locked out. It'll glitch, and then like 4 p.m. it'll be better. Anyways, I just wanted to hop on real quick. I would have made a short video for Twitter, but this is silly. This is silly, but it's a take I have because I keep seeing it. So as y'all know, I do not believe in the political process. I don't believe the Libertarian Party technically will do anything, but I'm putting some effort into it. I believe it's a last ditch effort. If it works, great. If not, none. But I don't understand all these people who are upset about people running as libertarian candidates. Hey, Stone. It's really weird because people, so the best answer I've gotten is they say we shouldn't run them because it's a waste of resources against governor or some of the bigger races, right? But what resources? No one's forcing you to put resources into it. Hey, Joe, no one's forcing you to donate. And half the people I see saying this aren't even in the Libertarian Party. They're not even a part of it. They're not even any, which leads me to believe that, so they see this guy running, so there's an LP candidate running in Florida. Hey, Dino. And everyone's up in arms about it, right? But a lot of the people who are up in arms about it aren't involved with the party. So if people had gone to their state conventions, they would have realized that there's a lot of people running for a lot of, I'm sure this is the same in Florida. It happened in Colorado. Do we have 81 different people running for things in Colorado under LP? So, and including governor, including, whatever, like, I don't get it. Like, these people are donating they're donating their time if you're running, and it's a lot of fucking work. And like, I just don't understand. This is me wasting energy on people wasting energy on people saying they're wasting resources. It's so silly. It's inception, right? But I don't know. I just don't see that as a positive, as like helpful at all. As much as I don't think the political process will work, but it's like, why does it matter if someone's out there getting giving the message out, etc., and you're not giving them money? And like, they're upset about the governor and LP in Florida running, but like, there's probably a ton of LP running for city councils and state legislative and state representatives and all the smaller races as well. Like I said, in Colorado, we have 81 people running. So, and so people say, oh, well, we shouldn't run the governor because we need to be more local and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, there are people running LP local. Like, there are. Don't be involved or be involved, like, but like, if you're not involved, what does it matter? I just, and I've been seeing the back and forth going and going. And I'm like, is this really an argument worth having? Like, it's so, I don't understand politics to that point where like people are really upset that somebody is running for governor. Like, who gives a shit? Like, if anything comes from it, great. If not, whatever. Like, I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Sorry, I had to hop on. I can't get on Twitter again. So I'm off of Twitter, and it wouldn't broadcast this to Twitter. So I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Twitter. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. But anyways, that was my take because it's really so like I hate that I have to be involved with the LP at all. Really, like, it's so dorky, right? But I don't have to either. I just feel like I have some energy to put towards it, so I'm going to. I'm not running for shit, and I'm not like forced to donate anything other than like what, $25, $50 a year or whatever. Like, I just don't understand. Like, the fact that someone's gonna go out of their way to run for something, they like that's their fucking like volunteering. I don't get it. I'm not muted yet, Dino. I keep like every couple days I get this thing where it says verify your email, put my email in to put the code in, but then they never send me an email. And then by the end of the day, they just let me back in without a code. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm still here. So all the people who can go back to Twitter and tell them what mommy said. I don't know. It's just silly to me. It's really silly, especially because there's so many people running and volunteering. And like I said, if you don't agree about the political process, then don't be involved. Stop wasting your resources worrying about how they're wasting their resources. Use your resources to be the best you are. Like, I just do not get this shit. Hey, Dubs. Well, how the turntables, exactly. No, Anyways, I just had to hop on. I can stay on for a minute because I'm not doing shit till a little later. How's everybody here? How Dino, are you back home? Oh yeah, shout out to Budapest. You had a look like you had a fucking blast. Like you had a blast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. Hey Jessica, how you feeling? I don't know. Jessica was at our libertarian convention too and saw like and okay, so all these people who are mad about a governor running, Jessica, I don't know if you're what I was kind of talking about is all these people are upset that a Florida LP person is running for governor against DeSantis, and they're all up in arms. And I'm like, who gives a shit who runs for what? Just run, whatever. Like, who cares? But like if you didn't want a LP candidate to run for governor, you should have went to the state convention and brought it up then. Like, it's, I don't know. I don't know why people were just like, I'm like, who cares? People are volunteering their time and energy and money. Like, who cares? They're getting the message out there. Who cares? Like I said, most of the people who don't even care, like, or are upset aren't even involved, which that's fine. I get that. That's an online thing. Like, if you're not involved, it's easy to just like, say shit. Hey, Havoc. I'm glad I jumped on. Waiting. Poor thing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, no one's, like, with the whole Mises Caucus thing, everyone's saying, no one's forcing anybody to join the Mises Caucus. No one's forcing anybody to join the Libertarian Party. And these people are like, well, I'm not doing it. And it's like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Like, no one's asking you. Oh, exactly, Jessica. That's exactly. It's like, the best answer I'm getting is that it's a waste of resources. And I'm like, who is forcing you to put, like, it's not. It's just like, who cares? Exactly. If you really believe in the libertarian thing, like playing politics to that level just seems silly. It seems, like I said, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, I've asked people to explain it to me slowly. Even my pal JVP on here, I love him. He was talking about it too because he's in Florida, and I'm like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Who cares? Get the message out. And if you end up voting, even if you're an LP and you don't vote for LP candidate, who cares? At least they're out at these events talking. Just like Daniel Francisco, who I've had on too. Like, he had to run as GOP in New Jersey, or Republican, but it's like he went to all these events and spoke and got his message out and like was his authentic self. So like, what does it matter? Yeah, he didn't win, but what does it matter? Like, it's just, who cares? Exactly. And Dino, like, who cares? Like, if you vote for who you want to vote for, at least these people are like going out and getting the message out. That's all it's about at this point. And you're gonna, yeah, I mean, I get it. You have to do that kind of stuff, but that's different than like these people just getting upset that someone's running as LP. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Like I said, I'm wasting energy telling them they're wasting energy, telling them they're wasting resources. Exactly. Orban biases. Yeah, I mean, it is. It is what it is. I was hoping this would go to Twitter, but no one does it. No one does everything right. It's just silly. It's just silly. From my experience with the Libertarian Party and caucus for the last, I don't know, I've been actually more involved the last like year and a half. I have not been pressured to give money. I have not been pressured to do anything. I've not been pressured to give resources. I've not been pressured to join. I've not been pressured for anything. It's all been my choice. So I just don't, it's just this weird thing. And I get the strategy thing, but it's like, who cares? Get out there and say the shit. Like, get out there and say the things that the libertarians should have been saying during 2020 and everything as well. Like, that's my thing. I'm like, we have so many people running right now across the country. It's like, at least they're going to get out, say the things that people were looking to hear during 2020 and stuff, but they didn't even hear it from the Republicans. Like, get out there, give the message. And I don't even door knock for real estate. I don't even advertise for real estate. And I went and door knocked for a guy running for city council out here as LP. It's just like, why would you not? Who cares? Like, it's just so bizarre because it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to run. It's all their time voluntary. They have to do all the paperwork. You know, it's crazy. If anyone's in Arizona, oh yeah, exactly, Havoc. Yeah, exactly. They were all worried about that too. And it's like, but guess what? He got his name out there more, and that was great. Like, I just don't know. I think there's more important things to worry about. Like, just everyone's always worried about messaging. It's like, okay, well, these people are going to go out and say libertarian things. What does it matter? And they're choosing to do it on their own. I hate that I have to fill my head with this crap. I hate having to be, well, I don't have to be involved in politics, but I just feel I have to give some energy towards it. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't ever get it. But like I said, I don't understand politics to that level. I'm wiping my nose again. Someone's like, if you're watching. Well, anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you guys for popping in and let me get that off my chest because I can't post it on the twits. Yeah. And that's what I've been doing, Jessica. I've just been like, gotta get out of it sometimes. I'm not running for anything. And I may help somebody here with some of their races, but like, I feel what I know, the message I know, regardless of the political thing, just freedom and liberty. Like, that's such a good message to get out there. I don't get why. I don't get it. I don't get it. We have someone running for governor out here in Colorado, and we're not complaining. We're not like, oh my God, he's going to split the votes between Polis and whoever the Republican will be. Like, it's just, who cares? We got a guy running. And if someone didn't want someone running for governor, they should have brought it up at the convention. Like, that's the whole deal. Or voted against him running. Like, it's that simple. I don't know. Or I do know. I'm right about everything all the time. Just kidding. All right. I don't know. You guys want to talk about anything else while I'm on? Since I can't Twitter. I hope Polis is the worst. Polis is all trying to be Mr. Libertarian. He's all, oh, I'm accepting Bitcoin. I cut taxes that the Tabor law had already written, that was already written into the Tabor law. He's acting like he like invented the Tabor and all that stuff. It's like, oh, he's the worst. I agree. Oh, I completely agree, Havoc. They just don't think. They're not to say red pilled or whatever, but like people just don't go below the surface to that level. Do you want to come on right now, Vincent? You'd have to email me here since I can't message you on Twitter. I'll do that. Yeah, email me and I'll send you the link. They always work against it. Exactly, Jessica. And I don't know if Colin told you, but Alexa, she found out they had voted in this new tax for deliveries, and it's like 25 cents a mile or it's a delivery, but it's like to fix roads, and it's like we are always paying taxes to fix the fucking roads, and now they've enacted another like 5 taxes for delivery drivers and stuff. It's just, I can't handle it. I drove down to Larkspur the other day on I-25, which was a mistake. But they had the whole brand new toll roads all shut down. And I'm like, why? Why? I don't get that. It's such a black hole. It's a complete black hole. They're like, well, and then the whole point, and she made such a good point too, because she's like, okay, well, we have more delivery drivers on the road, so the roads are going to get more damage. But it's like, no, you dum-dum. The whole point of having more delivery drivers on the road is because there's less people driving. So the roads are being less damaged, technically. Like, it's just, ugh. Yeah, they'll never repair the roads in a good way at all. Although I do like, I mean, when they have the gap open down there, it does run nice, but you have to have paid for the toll road that we paid to build. That's big trucks. Okay, hold on, Dino. Hold on. Let's see here. Understand why. Oh, it went to spam. Okay, not spam. Okay, box. Okay, replying right now. All right. Yeah, it's all government. But Jessica, we need people don't know how to hire, people don't know how to make roads unless the government helps. I was just talking to someone the other day. They're like, yeah, people who have easement roads and easement driveways, they make their roads very nice. I think people can figure it out. Oh yeah, well, have it because they have to use all that money so they can get more money. They got out here in Colorado, a Colorado Department of Transportation built like this big, beautiful building. Like I want to say Mr. Forrest Mommy said it was like it cost them $7 million or something to build. It's like, why did they need a new building? And then they want to ask for more money, and they're just terrible. And then you bring it up, and people are like, well, what about we all know the what about roads thing. And it's like, yeah, think about it. Just logically think about what about roads? Who builds the actual roads? Who pays for the actual roads? Like, it's just stupid. Sometimes they're all right, but I don't know. I'm over it. I just want people to get the message of liberty out a little bit. That's all I care. And like doing it like in a good way, Forced Mommy approved it. George been me over half a year. Of course. Up here in Arvada right now, they've been working on a road. I drove down it the other day and I'm like, man, they've been doing construction forever. And then I noticed there's a sign that says the construction will be it started in like September 2021 and won't be done until September 2023. And I'm like, what? How does that make any sense? Yep, exactly. So what incentive would they ever have to come in below budget or like what incentive? They have they only have incentive for more. It's like cocaine. I know, it's so silly. And it's just a small patch of road that it's going to take them from 2021 to 2023 to fix. I'm like, it's just, I don't get it. I'm not I'm not an engineer. I'm a road engineer, but I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, because I remember when, and I guess I'll shout out everyone. Tuesday, it will be the 1 year anniversary of Johnny Hurley getting shot by Arvada police. If you're in Colorado and you can't make it up, we're going to meet in our downtown Arvada at the square, I think at 1 p.m. There's going to be a bunch of people there. Shout out to Johnny Hurley, the real good guy with a gun. Yeah, exactly, Havoc. And now think of all the more bureaucracies we've even just, okay, obviously there's a retarded amount of bureaucracies as it was. And then COVID hit. And then they're like, let's invent 50 more bureaucracies. Let's just keep adding them on. No big deal. It's crazy. Just a job. And then the dum-dums who sign up for it. All right, here's our buddy here. Hold on. Hi.
Yeah, I was trying to figure if my new headphones I got work and so I could enter with the phone and a better camera, but no.
Sorry. Thanks, JVP. JVP, I mentioned you earlier, but it was with love. Anyway, so you're back from Budapest.
Absolutely. It was a blast. It was like how it should have been. Such a good idea.
But how long were you there for? Just the long weekend, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I went on Thursday and came back yesterday evening.
Nice. Yeah, you looked really happy in your pictures, and you were with some chicks and.
Yeah, like some hot girls. Yeah, there was 2 other German ladies who were going there, and like I came on Thursday, the other one came on Friday, and the blonde one, she lived there since March for a university program and something like that. And the both of us with the visitors, we needed like 24 hours to kind of adjust to arrive and be like, oh my god, it's safe, it's clean, it's nice. People don't try to start random shit. So like,
whoa,
yeah. None of the Western Europe shit happening, and like, I mean, Orban, the European Parliament says like he ended democracy and everything. If that's the end of democracy, I'm all for it. It's great.
Oh, love it. That's so silly. Oh, hold on, let me answer JVP. Oh, JVP, I got on originally I was wasting energy saying some of y'all were wasting energy saying that you're wasting resources with the LP things. And I said I love JVP, but we disagree on that stuff. But I just don't care. I want everyone to run. Who cares? Just run for something if you're gonna get the message out. But back to Budapest.
Back to everything right about Europe.
So yeah, what is Budapest's like? What's their politics in Hungary?
I think the city itself has a mayor that's more, at least the people I stayed with told me, like, yeah, he's a socialist and everything. He's probably far more right than anybody in Europe, and anybody in Western Europe. So, but Viktor Orban is definitely like a pro-nationalist person who's like, okay, the people of Hungary come first. There's no political correctness there. So like the spicy religious topic, you can just talk to people about it. You can actually name drop it.
Ooh.
It's not a problem. And
that one specific religion specifically.
Oh yeah, and they didn't have any influence there. So you see it with the young people. The parks are clean. The young people, like here, we do have a lot of people with big boom boxes and everything, and they play really. They just really are. Battling and who creates more noise, and that didn't happen there.
That sounds nice. So is it? It's just people are allowed to talk about things more, and it's actually technically more tolerant.
Yeah,
right? Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, you go to the quote unquote racist country, and there are people from all over the world, and so like for a racist country, I've seen a lot of people from. Africa, and they were having a blast, and they were being nice people too. Like, just a general, a lot of course, there's a little bit of there's crime and everything happening too.
Right.
There's homelessness and drug abuse, like that's happening everywhere.
Right. Yeah, it just seems like some of these, like the more Western Europe countries, and part of America too. There's this like this weird thing where you tolerate things to the point where like you don't want to talk about it, and then it just gets fucking out of hand, right? And it's like if you talk about things, it's actually better. Chopper again.
Yeah, like mention the shit and actually face the problem, like the general problems. It's like even with the entire movements of like LGBTQ or something. When I came back to Vienna, I've seen this massive billboards that go like, "Oh yeah, it's Pride Month and everything," but then you go through Vienna and you see. That the Muslim population has gone quite up, and like on the radical way, even it's not like some nice liberal Pakistani family who come to some places and who are actually nice to hang around.
Right, it's more,
yeah, and so that goes up. The crime statistics go up. Like I even posted on a local forum, we have oh my god, I've been here a couple of days. Like nobody tried to start a fight, and it doesn't look like it's more criminal. The statistics, however, are like, yeah, Budapest has more crime happening, but they do evaluate pickpocketing and something like this, and it actually comes into the statistics, unlike here.
Yeah, I wonder. And what are the statistics in the more where the crime's heavier? Do they like go after gay people more, or do they just start fights with everybody? Pretty much, they don't care.
I would say like they start fights with pretty much everyone, but I've heard about. I don't know it so well from like the gay perspective because I'm not gay. I've heard from some gay friends that it can be problematic with them, or usually is. I've definitely heard from. I had an Indian flatmate who also said like he's not worried about like the radical racist Austrians. He's more worried about the Arabs actually giving them trouble because they will.
All right. If your culture says like it's okay to kill gay people, like you know,
and like other religious stuff and everything, no, none of that in Budapest. Just some good time to. I thought I hated big cities and summer and everything. No, I enjoyed all of it.
It was good. Oh, I'm so glad you had so much fun.
Yeah.
Your pitch, like I said on your Instagram, I'm like, oh, you look like you had real happy, like you just looked happy as hell, like for real. I was like, oh, he's having
Yeah.
a good time.
I was
love it.
absolutely happy. I'm going back in August. I'm actually gonna planning to meet up with Ministry of Truth.
Oh,
Mm.
oh yeah, because is he in Germany?
He's in Switzerland, but since I was talking about like I'm going to Budapest, he got inspired. He was like, yeah, I'm going there too. I was like, you know what? Probably want to go a second time, so whatever. Let's meet up.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I like him. He's always got good stuff to say.
Have you ever heard him speaking?
No.
Oh, he has such a fun voice. Like he literally sounds like he's having an absolute blast and always well entertained. And of course, and the voice in general is just good. I could probably listen to him reading about, as I said, like dishwasher manuals or something.
Don't you love that when you find people like that where like you just love listening to their voice? They're very engaging when they talk. It's like I love that. So yeah, and then there's other people who will talk, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to hear another word out of your mouth.
Yeah, that can happen too.
Yes. Yeah, Havoc. That's the thing. It's like with the whole idea of a melting pot and whatever, like you're the whole thing is to kind of like balance out the bad stuff with the good stuff, but it just doesn't happen when you have like this weird uber tolerance. Like even in America, all these like liberal the gun grabbers, they're actually worried about like what happens in inner cities, but they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk about that and the problems there, which it isn't just black on black crime. It's just poor, terribly run city crime, whatever your culture is, right? And like, they won't talk about that. They only talk about white people or like, just, whatever their like idea of a MAGA gun, whatever.
It's always where they can actually play the victim card and make it about the victim complex, but they would never help people. Like we had as of lately, of course, I'm looking into the blah 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 high IQ topic because there are a lot of high IQ children that go to public school and like they get I've talked to a couple of people, and one thing we all had in common was that we had especially female teachers who probably had like some mental shit still going on that would never got resolved, and these women actually encouraged the other children to physically bully us, all of us. And that's like a thing that happens to basically most of the high IQ people. They go to public school and that happens. And as I said, like physically bullying, beating the crap out of you and shit like this.
God.
And they won't help the people they don't understand, the gifted. And I think it's like a lot like that with, if you look into migration, it's the same thing. Like right now we have a Syrian colleague in our company. And he has a degree in electrical engineering, I think, and he needs to pick up some language skills, obviously, because he doesn't speak English. He learned it in Arab, so that's something to learn definitely. But you could actually educate and test the people on their knowledge skills, so they wouldn't have to like repeat the entire degree or something, which would actually help. And we have a labor shortage. Like, oh my God, yeah, this is a dude with a degree that actually would help us. Yeah, let's just tell him to make his degree again. I mean, he's like 40, but whatever. He's probably going to be happy to go to university for like 6 more years.
That's crazy. And just, yeah, that's what they do here too. They're like, can't find a job or you don't want to work after your 4-year degree, just go into more debt. Keep going to school. It's all big, no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, like he has other opportunities. Like he told me what Amazon drivers in Austria are making right now, and you don't even need to speak the language at all. Like it's a good thing because you earn money. It's a bad thing if you want to learn the language because you don't really learn the language. But they get like 2,000 after taxes, which is very good. Not a very good rate, but it's a good wage. It's stable. You can definitely support yourself with that.
Nice. Oh yeah, here Havoc. Yeah, Havoc. I don't know if you follow Michael Schellenberger, I think his name is. He's running for governor in California, but he's like he has put the research into how much the homeless and like the way they're the policing it and the way with like they are farming the homeless people and they're making it worse. They're causing like the open air drug markets basically, like, and it's all because of government, the way they shuffle them around and like who gets the money for if you help these people. It's like it's nuts, man.
Oh yeah. I'll be back in a second. I'll just decided to get myself a drink.
Okay. I thought he was gonna be shirtless. Everyone likes to be shirtless on my stream. Yeah, it is ridiculous having because he was saying like, so they do. I mean, obviously, like as liberty-minded people, the camping bans and stuff doesn't always sit right because it's the government banning living right. But like the way that they implement these camping bans, along with like the way they're supposed to house the home, like it's a whole thing that they have worked out where they just why would they ever fix the problem? Why would they ever fix the problem if they're making all this money off of it? They're only going to make it worse. And if they get money per person, they're only going to make it worse because they get the money for it. Like, and it's government never ending money. Hey, Stoner.
They like to keep people addicted. This is this thing with this like good people culture. I think it's the major problem. Like no matter how you look at it, they never actually really want to help people. They just want to keep people on a low profile so they can have the um, like the status thing where they go like, yeah, I helped somebody, but they just make sure that their self-esteem or accomplishments will never grow beyond their own.
That's true. And then if they work for the government, why they would never fucking fix it because they have
No.
like there's like the people in LA or in California, some of them make like 300 grand a year fixing homelessness. So why the hell would they fix it? Like why would they ever do anything that actually helps when they have this government money check coming in for more than most people make, more than most people make. It's just
Yeah. And in a psychological way, like you just get your instant fix of like some serotonin or everything. Like I help those people, it's so good. So you get the quick push, and that's just gonna be enough. So you don't really have to work with yourself. I mean, like working with yourself, we both know it. It's effort. It's hard. You have to face some bad shit about yourself. That's not good. We just want to feel good.
I can't dive below the surface. It's very uncomfortable, but
Yeah, no.
it's the best uncomfortable once you get through it,
Yeah.
and people just don't wanna.
Oh, I met another lady. Like I stayed and I'm not gonna name drop that here, but I'm part of a religious group. I'm not gonna mention which religion or something. It's not that we don't try to convert things. We're not a sect. It's just like we keep it to our private things. If people figure it out and go like, okay, we like it, like then cool, they're welcome. If not, whatever. Um, anyhow, had some great conversations over the weekend, and I also met one lady who went through working through things, and we just had the funniest and greatest and most joyful conversation. And she also hit the points where there was like the self-reflection part happening, and first, of course, bad part, and then it doesn't. At one point, we just arrived at the thing where a lot of things become so funny and more joyful.
That's good. Yeah, Jessica. Oh yeah, Havoc. Like they always show like all the white girls with the black babies in Africa. It's like it's nice though. It's nice people do that. But yeah, exactly, Jessica. Why would they? It's always money. Always money. Why the government? I mean, even during COVID, they made a new bureaucracy that was like, ooh, your restaurant. If we come in and inspect your restaurant, you can have more people. It was just like, how is this happening? How are people like? It's just stupid. Those people are getting paid to do that, like with our money.
It's literally like the mafia. Like we come to your place, you give us money, you can have business.
That's literally it. And it's like, how do you make people like with the as much as people love the gangs, like whatever. Like I would feel safer with the mafia anyways at this point than the government. But like it's like how do people can see that and they don't see like, oh yeah, I was just thinking this the other day too with the whole like, well, under capitalism, if you don't work or make money, you starve. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But under a government, if you don't pay them money, they'll lock you in a cage. So which is worse? I would rather die than like have this criminal lock me up because I didn't give him money. Like it's just I don't get it.
And at the moment, we're seeing what all these social systems and everything is doing. Like Europe right now is facing the labor shortage. Like I mean, America too, but we just when I came back, I read something on the news screen. There's an airline called Eurowings. It's a good airline. If you travel with Europe, I can recommend. But they have like a labor shortage too. They can't find enough staff, so I think there were a bunch of flights canceled. I don't remember the exact number, but they just didn't have enough people. And,
Yeah. Same
it's
same over here with all the airlines. They're canceling shit left and right. And
yeah. I mean, now people can actually travel again, but some people go out, some people lost their jobs, or you can't find anyone. I mean, like we looked for in the company I'm working in, we looked for some people to have to work for us too. I mean, like I like my department, and we right now we are really freaking busy, but we keep it on a level where we just we don't deal with all the shit that the upper bosses are coming up with because of like obviously the Kenyan school of business and everything. Like they are so dumb. Like we had an audit today, and they were like, "Yeah, but you've got stuff standing everywhere. Why is that?" And we were like, "Yeah, because you are storaging in more stuff than we actually get to deliver out. So, and we don't have the staff nor the space to follow behind with work orders. Like we are keeping a system here, so we don't get into panic or lose control or anything. But we're definitely going like on a limit here."
yeah, it seems so simple, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
They just want to make everything hard on everybody and then be like, why aren't you doing better? And it's like, because you made everything hard. Like,
Yeah. These people just look at numbers and they're like, okay, this should work like this, and we did a calculation. The basic worker does this at this time, and with the system, it should work like this at this. Yeah, if everything would work how perfectly, that might be the case, but it never does.
right. Yeah, it never does. Hey, Christian. Oh, yeah, Stoner, exactly. Going back to that extortion, but with oh yeah, just
Yeah.
um yeah. So yesterday, actually, Angela McCardle was supposed to be on the Sunday stream, but like she's going to be on Tim Pool tonight, and for some reason her flights got all canceled and stuff, and she had to fly out earlier and all this, and Hex had that happen too. Like there's just all these flights getting canceled, and it started because when they fired everybody over the vaccine stuff, and then all the social issues, everything else kind of played into it. It's like, stop fixing it if it's not broke, government, because you literally break it all the time.
Yeah, literally. It's the same with logistics and stuff. Oh yeah, about Budapest, I also met some friend who she used to live in Germany. She's gonna go there for 2 weeks to work there because like the wages in Budapest, obviously, if you live there and work for a normal wage, it's not that high. This is why if you come from like outside, everything seems so cheap and blah blah blah. The prices have gone up. There have gone up too, but the people, I think, like it's still at a range where people can afford things in a better way than we do. And like if you ruin your country and everything, like this girl's a good worker, and she basically left because she got a child. She was like, I'm not going to raise my child in West Germany. Like there's nothing there. Everything's getting harder. Price of living, safety and everything. Like, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Did you see in Ukraine they like banned one of the parties?
Yeah, I did.
Because that's democracy, baby. We're bringing democracy right off the bat.
Yeah, and then they're salty about like I don't know if you heard about it, but there was like the EU Parliament wanted to push some extra tax on the like entire continent, and Hungary was like, yeah, we have a veto right, and we're gonna use it. And Viktor Orban also called in like a state of emergency because of the entire war situation and everything. So basically, he is the government right now.
Oh.
So said like it totally feels horrible. It's so bad to be in such a totalitarian place where you have a good time and people are nice. It's beautiful. The city's beautiful. Shit, man, the end of democracy. It's so bad.
It's awful.
Absolutely. Like I don't know how I survived this. And the ladies even were like, oh my god, it's so bad that democracy ended here. Like we feel safe. We can relax. We can glow up a little bit. Like this is it. Like the one lady who came on Friday. Friday she was feeling a little bit insecure, and then she got used to like, oh, I don't need to wear pepper spray around me or like have a knife on my arm or something in case something happens because it's not happening to that degree there.
And there's more swift justice, I'm sure. Like that's the whole thing too, is when there's no justice for whatever. Like I hate the government and stuff, but if like we're having all this crime in America or whatever, like even with the Juneteenth celebration yesterday, there was all, and Philly a couple weeks ago, they had all these shootings and stuff. And it's like, well, if people aren't getting punished, then and it used to be so opposite too. It was so funny because it was, people were unfairly jailed. People were like thrown in jail unfairly and all that was very racist for a while. And then then during COVID, they were like, well, let's just let every violent person out. Like, what? Like, they're just so messed up. Whereas if we had a more totalitarian, I don't think that would happen so much. But
I mean, like with the entire idea of libertarianism and anarcho-capitalism, like it's a great idea, but you need a psychological base for that, and you need the mindset that needs to work for that. And we're definitely not there. So and a lot of people are still looking up to politicians. So maybe choose the politicians that make decisions that are not just totally horrible. Like every politician does some bad things, but you can always like swing into a direction. It's the same like with personal development. You will not be able to start from a bad point and go like now all the good shit starts. That's not going to happen for a couple of years.
No, yeah, and if it's like like you said, the spiritual mentality is not there of the population, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like this is why I would totally vote for DeSantis, or like if I was living in Hungary, yeah, of course I would vote for Viktor Orban because it's the
Or
best possible choice there right now.
yeah, that's what you got to do, right?
Work with the healthy stuff to improve the situation. Improve the situation. Maybe somebody better shows up. Okay, then take the better thing.
Oh, sorry, I just got a text. What else going on? Nothing else.
I'm gonna travel a lot this summer, and yeah,
Might as well. YOLO.
yeah, like enjoy life, people. Have fun. Even if you live in Europe, you can have a good time. I mean, Western Europe sucks like shit. I was actually considering like before I went to Budapest to like there's this area in the city I live in, and it's like it's a party area where the securities actually take care of the right people getting in, the wrong people staying out. And I was like, yeah, do I want to do that? And then, as I said, like I posted on this local forum about like the gang rape stuff and everything, and some people literally were like, uh, "How do you make the connection from gang rape to crime statistics and like to public safety?" I was like, "Public gang rape, like that's it's like, yeah." Because no, we live in a good country, not like the bad East. Like, yeah, then tell me why they have a statistic for 0 public gang rapes.
Right. That's weird that that's a crime. That's part of the crime statistics. Like, hello.
I mean, the same people go like, yeah, you should totally buy real estate right now and get into debt for like at least 30 years because that's totally safe. The banks can take it from you. We've got our protective laws. Well, have you seen the last 2 years how laws can change?
Yeah. And and they change them so fast and like in like a heartbeat. But if like they always, we as people here, especially, we have a way to try to get legislation in. But do you know how hard it is? Like, it's so hard. And so we need like PACs and money. And like, it's easier if you know people and like can write the legislation yourself and stuff. But like, it is so difficult to get any law change as a citizen or even like thought about where they're just like, okay, we're doing this. Boom. Like,
Yeah. Emergency shit. We kind of made this up. Anyhow, like the Constitution you really liked before, and we always talk about public school. Well, yeah, we're just gonna shit on that for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. What else was I just gonna say about that? Oh shit. Ugh. Brighten away the laws. Oh yeah, with the emergency stuff too. Like, yeah, Trump put the emergency order in America. Trump put that national emergency in, and they've extended it ever since. So it's like.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Are we talking about the emergency put in like in oh my god, when was that?
In like May of 2020 or April of 2020 or something.
Okay, like yeah, but he did it with he did another emergency in like December 2018.
Oh, for something else? Was that something else?
Yeah, that was like what the Democrats. I think they tried to block a couple of things and went to the World Economic Forum, and during that time, he actually sent. He was I think the third or fourth president of the United States who ever had the Fort Knox actually checked for like the gold that's there.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's funny.
One of the other ones was Kennedy. We know what happened to him.
Yeah, Jesus. Ugh. They should. I wish someone would go check the Vatican, and all the stuff they have in their basement. That's where it should
Oh
be
yeah, I
checked.
would love that. I would love to be part of that too, and like the secret libraries and everything. Like,
Who
I mean,
knows? Who knows what stuff? Because they could have gotten stuff that was stolen during, the Holocaust and stuff too that they have hiding down there. Like,
they probably do also like old pagan texts or whatever. There's a lot of interesting shit happening there.
but
Or
you'll
like
get killed.
the
You'll get killed. You'll get Kennedy too. I'm sure if you try to do that. Well, they just won't let it ever happen, anyways. But
I mean, we're gonna see. Like, I think there's a lot of things going on in the world right now too, and we'll see about that. I mean, it's interesting times anyway.
what is interesting? So,
Uh,
I wasn't planning on staying on very long, but I'm glad you hopped on.
yeah, I'm glad to have talked about it and like get to gosh about like the beautiful city of Budapest. If you come to Europe, go there. This is what Europe should be. Don't go to Italy. Don't go to London. Don't go to Paris. Like, fuck all of those places. The thing you see in the movies with the nice cafes and like the beautiful public transport and the nice things and all of the good stuff. Yeah, that's Budapest.
That's good. I'm glad you got to go.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I'm going again.
Yeah,
And
Jerry, plan it out because you have to take a bus to get there or a train.
yeah, like I don't have to take long actually. And even if I would consider like, even if I would plan to go out here, clubs and everything are so much more expensive. So I could easily pay like $100 for a weekend. And for that, I can like, let's say I pay like $150. I can travel to Budapest, have accommodation because I have like access to cheap accommodation, and have all of those things and spend the same kind of money on a lot more value.
Yeah, have more fun and be happier too. Sounds like.
Oh, it was so good. I'm gonna cherish from that like for a long
Oh,
time
I'm so
now.
happy. It's like it made your soul happy.
Yeah, but also like meeting two people who are absolutely awesome too, and have these real life meetings. Like we have a problem in Europe trying to organize things where people actually physically meet up. And it's like you try to push people into it, but then like, oh yeah, I'm busy like this, and maybe not, and this is happening or something, or somebody gets some ideas like, oh, maybe we should do the other thing, but it's never like this. Okay, you know what? Let's just do it.
You did it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end it because I have to go get my hair done.
Okay. But your hair looks great.
I know, thanks. We gotta freshen the blonde up a little bit. That's all.
Mm.
Just gotta blonde it up a little bit. So everyone who's on Twitter who's here, sorry, I won't. I'll be back on Twitter hopefully by the end of the day. I don't know what happened, but it's doing this to me like at least once a week. It's weird. Like just tell me a 12-hour or something, or tell me that it's just glitch in the circle and stuff. It's so stupid.
They can't handle the mommy.
They can't. And then, you know what happened this morning too is it was right when I responded. I try not to respond to the bait post, but sometimes, and it was Adam Kinzinger, I think, or something is his name. He's some sort of politician out here. And literally I said something, and it wasn't even bad or violent. I said something, and then it happened right after that. So I was like, that's kind of
Such a weird coincidence.
All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for hopping on, Dino.
Bye. It was fun. Have a great day, man.
Bye.